Hi guys, I'm Liz Rohde. For this week's takeaway, I want to share with you about how to make a proper cup or pot of tea. I am one of those people who drinks no coffee. I drink tea only, which I guess is why I was chosen. One thing I love about tea is the diversity of it. That there's black tea, white, green, rooibos, and herbal teas. So there's teas for every mood. And when you're buying tea, it's best to look for loose leaf, kind of like coffee, where you're recommended to get whole beans instead of pre-ground. That loose leaf will give you a more robust flavor and is fresher than the pre-ground, than the bagged tea. So these are two teas that I love. This one is from Carytown Teas. This is a Lavender Earl Grey. So in addition to the black tea and the bergamot oil, it has pieces of lavender and it has some dried cornflower petals, and it just gives us this really lovely color and just smells very aromatic. This one is from Harney & Sons. This is a blood orange herbal tea, and this one has pieces of apple, whole pieces of orange, hibiscus, rose hips. It's just a really lovely, acidic and bright, but also kind of rounded out by the apple. And usually this is an evening cup of tea. For brewing, the temperature of the water matters a lot. So similar to good cups of coffee, it's best not to get the water all the way up to boiling. So depending on the type of tea, the temperature should vary. So the two most common teas that I drink are herbal and black tea. So herbal, you should get it to 208 degrees. For black tea, you want to get it to 200 degrees. And as for measurements, you want 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces of water for a cup and 3 tablespoons per pot. The other thing I would recommend is steeping to the recommended time. This is especially important for black, green, and white teas. Really anything with the Camellia sinensis leaves in it. If you leave it too long in the hot water, the bitter tannins will start to come out and you'll get just a really bitter tea. So most teas will say 3 to 5 minutes, so set a timer, take the tea out after 5 minutes. So I'm going to make a pot for you, but really for either a pot or a cup, it's best to preheat before you do it. So pour your hot water, make a lot of hot water, and pour your hot water into the pot or into the cup. Let it sit for a couple minutes and then pour it out. This way the porcelain is warm and your cup of tea will stay warm for longer, which is really how you want to drink it. So today I'm going to make a pot of blood orange. So this kind of filter is what goes in my teapot, or this kind of filter can go in a cup. So I'm going to take a pot measure, put it in there, pour all of my hot water in, and then let it steep for a couple minutes. So after it steeps, we'll come back and look at how the tea's turned out. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. There goes the timer. So now we're going to take the filter out, so that if this were black or green or white tea, that wouldn't steep. Here we go. So I'm pouring this very poorly, but a cup of tea to me is something I have every day, but a pot of tea represents rest and relaxation. It's something that my husband and I, when we're on trips, will go and try to find a place with tea. And having a pot of tea each is our way of finding rest and relaxation. So I hope you get time to enjoy a cup or a pot of tea and find rest and relaxation this week. Bye.